Besides that, I will never ask you to click on a weird link, and I will never ask you for money. All right, so stay safe. Do not get yourself scammed. With that being said, I'll be watching BDTX into the open. I do have a slight headache, so I'll be taking it easy. I'll just try and get green, and I think this is from the poor breakfast I had yesterday, to be honest. I don't mind that we're pulling back into the open here, but we'll see. The other stock, on the other hand, maybe there's a little something something there, or maybe not. High was 20, back down to 07. High right here is at 24, low is at 03. My level 2 seems to be lagging a little bit. In fact, it's lagging bad. I only have 2 stocks on watch. I should have write up the watch list. I didn't. BDTX and CNTG. We got a high in the current candle of 18. This one is fluctuating a lot, which I don't really like. It's just letting me know that I could easily lose money. So I might wait some more. Where's this thing at? The alert section. Boom, boom, boom. I like that it didn't break down the whole dollar there. Let's see how it does again. Okay, it is. But there's a quick reclaim. Tight stop here for me. Scratch trade. I'll be back out. It's taking too long. If it's going to get back to 410, it has to do it quickly. I got to keep an eye out on my alt scan. I think CNTG might start to move here. CNTG looks like it might be the stock to keep an eye on. Plus 5-day 20. CNTG is the stock that's moving. CNTG. As usual, I'll pull it on screen when I get the chance to. Maybe I'm a little too aggressive here. Or I'm a little too cautious. Yeah, I'm a little too cautious. I'm going to miss a good dip trade there. I got a high of 27. I'll pull it on the screen when I can. Not good. The 200 is at 31. I am going to size down, actually. Let's pull it on screen. Let's take a break. Tight stop right here. I caught some good trades, bigger size. So I got a little bit of green. Let's see how it has potential, but let's see how strong it's going to be here. If it's strong, I think it pushes right through VWAP at 30. We had a new low, but it's holding up, which is good. Giving it a chance to breathe. Being patient. So far, so good. I might take the breakout trade if it comes. But I'll be buying very close to resistance. So I got to be careful. Maybe I size down some more. I don't know if I'll get another dip entry. We got 4 minutes in this new 5-minute candle. But it didn't really test the highs just yet. So maybe it needs to retest the lows. I don't know. Still waiting to see. There's some green coming in, but we're not really moving up. Higher low, Jeffrey. Higher low. Higher low. Higher low. High or low. Come on. KB, are the bulls going to take this good setup here? It looks like they will. Are we going to get through 30 is the question though. Nicely done. We got a high of 33. 35. Do not Titanic. Yeah. I'll give back quite a bit. It looks like it might be rejecting a little bit. Or I'm just in way too early on that pullback. I bought 28. We had 21. I mean, we're back here 30, so maybe I bought too high. Yeah, I was way off on that dip. And this is a bigger dip. It needs to hold up here, though, or else we'll reject the 200, right? So I'm going to ease off. I'm going to size back down again. And I should have sized down for that dip as part of the rules. So that's my own fault. Yeah, it's going to work out splendidly. We're back at highs. But it gives us a very, very crazy risk. 15 cents range to the lows. Not ideal, but okay. We can work with this, right? Are we going to see a new high over 35? That last low does make it tricky for me, I'm not going to lie. It's hard for me to be aggressive here. Knowing where the low is, right? So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. Even if I don't take trades. We'll see if a scalp does come for high of day. That could always be something. Is this it? Oh, okay. Okay. It's churning. Scratch trades. It's trying again, though, 34. Tremendous amount of fluctuation. Tight stop right here. How low will we go? Again, it's like it's really dangerous here because short sellers have a determined level to risk against. I think it probably will ease off, to be honest. Yeah, I'll ease off. If it gets over 36, I'll get back involved. The other one is just rock bottom to the gallows. So opting to ease off of CNTG, and if it gets over highs and candles push above the level, then I'll get back involved. Sometimes you got to just take a step back to take a step forward. And it's no use in trading if I'm uncertain and uneasy because of the situation. As there's big sellers here. Do we have shares available? It says hard to borrow. All right. Can we hold? Need to hold here. Okay, good. So I'll take a small position, and can we see 45 out of this 50? If this is strong, we should see 45, 50. I'll try it one more time. Can we hold? Nope. I'll get some slippage on that trade at 29, unfortunately. It looks like it's struggling. It reminds me of the stock from yesterday. I might as well just, it's like even though we broke over the highs, it's still nothing happening. It makes me not even want to look at the stock. So I think that's what I'll do. At this point, I have to increase the parameters to trade it. So now for me to trade it again, it has to go above 40 and hold above 40. It didn't, we got to 38. Still shouldn't have been that net red of this size, but yeah, 35, they gave me 35 entry, geez. 29 exit. Waiting again. I did miss a nice trade because I was thinking at one point, am I being too aggressive? I had 8,000 shares, 19, watching for mid 20s, and I sold it purely because I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm just being way too aggressive here. 25 came about 15 seconds later. That could have been a nice trade. We're somewhat getting higher lows, is it? So again, still waiting. The 5-minute candle has about 2 minutes. So in the next 5 to 8 minutes, hopefully it picks a direction here. And hopefully that's to the upside. There's been a few halts, which I can check out. Let's see. AREB. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but maybe needs a little bit more separation. RIDE, lighter, well, is it lighter volume? Not really. It's just not holding up super well. The other one is back at 22. Looks like it's rock bottom. I just thought about something, but I'm not going to say it. It was a joke. It was a good joke, but, not at the appropriate time. So is that the day already? Is that the day? Is this it? This is the thing with stocks like BDTX. They're pre-market stocks. It's like 80% of the times they're pre-market stocks. whenever a stock does hey, you guys have no idea what I was thinking, all right? First of all, it has nothing to do with trading. But anyhow, um, I'm losing my train of thoughts. I got my fly zapper because there's a fly flying around in here. BDTX. Oh yeah, there we go. BDTX, right? I was saying if a stock does 100% in the open, it's all we need. In fact, we don't even need anything more, right? So when it happens in pre-market, you got to always keep your guard up to the fact that the stock might just be finished. And there are a lot of people who do not trade in pre-market that are holding shares from yesterday and the weeks before. And they'll wake up and see, what? I'm up 100% on this position? Aha, time to sell. And so it starts, and here we are just selling off. And of course, some short sellers too who might have, had some good analysis, maybe shorted at pre-market high. Yeah, we've been saying rock bottom because, of course, there's been some news. We spoke about that already. For those of you who are hardcore Discord members, you guys will know that I've said that I have a brother that trades, and I kind of, said that he uses rock bottom. Whenever he's around, that'll be his phrase. And so we'll be using that from this point on, or at least for the time being. Is Crispy out today? It seems like a pretty slow start to the day. I mean, I happened to see that stock at the right time, and I got the 1 minute candle to make the new high. And because of my rules, I could have been more green, but because of my rule to use small size on the first two or so trades, and, I wasn't as aggressive. But again, that's to avoid a deep red start, because sometimes the stocks can look good and then they just turn around on you. They reverse. AREB, I might keep an eye on. Are we holding up? There's a spread though, 10-cent spread or so. I think I'll keep an eye on this one because it has volume, but it has to get back to high of day. Well, hold on, high of day might be coming pretty soon at this rate. But there's a huge range, so there's a lot of risk involved on this one. Lows at 80, highs at 98. Well, what's that? 630 rather. 630. High of day is at 650. Maybe there's something here. But I don't know how I feel about using big size. Small size first for me if I do get involved. AREB. This stock is one to be careful with. We gotta be careful with this one. It seems like the upside potential and the downside risk is just as great, which really and truly kind of eliminates the stock from the criteria. We need limited downside risk, high upside potential. If not, we'll just have a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and with my 50% accuracy, I'll be flat. So I'm not even going to touch this stock based off of that, right? So I'm going to just wait. It has to either move better or maybe something else. I might watch at CNTG for a starter position of a really small size down here, depending on how it moves. AREB still sideways here. BDTX selling off. CNTG not bad. Small curl. As there's a few jokes in the Discord. Slow day today, slow day. The thing I do like about AREB is that the 5-minute candles are holding up well. The 1-minute chart could look a little bit better, but the 5-minute candlesticks are looking decent. This is a stock that I've traded before. It is marked up with some trend lines. 688 pre-market highs. Again, if the spreads tighten up a little bit and the bids hold up their levels, it could become a good moving stock if it gets going. Time 9:52 a.m. Again, I have a slight headache, so part of why I'm not also going on a rant right now. AREB has lower highs and higher lows, but again, we are above VWAP. It's worth keeping an eye on. I think it's worth keeping an eye on. We'll see. Okay. Uh-oh. I looked away the wrong moment right there. That pullback could have been good, but I'll miss it. It's all good. A test of the low of the last 5-minute candle is not a bad thing here if you can get a good fill down there, but I've already missed it. I'll wait. Geez, I literally took my hands off the buy button. I would have tried limit though. I don't know if I would have gotten a fill. That's a whole nother story. candle's closing in 10 seconds. It's giving away the wick, so it maybe wants to come down some more. At this point, if it breaks down and reclaim, it could be a good thing, but it would have to be an aggressive reclaim. If not, it wouldn't be worth it for me. So it could turn into a good 5-minute setup. But that's if it plays out in this way. If not, I wouldn't get involved. Where's the green? Scratch trade there. Well, we see a reclaim. It has to be aggressive. No, it's not happening. For a second, I thought maybe it was gonna hold above 80, which it's like double bottom. But if I'm in right there, it's like I still want to see buying coming in. If not, I'm the only person buying. That's not what I want to be doing, right? Wherever the money is where we need to be in terms of just where are the big buyers coming in as well. Yeah. CARA. There's a 45. I mean, maybe. I think I traded this one before. I think. I'm thinking about shutting it down. That's what I'm thinking. And calling it an early day. Whilst there might be something coming that could be good, I'm feeling okay about where this day is right now. We came in, we got green. We're up 400 bucks. Not to mention we gave 300 off the top on that one trade. So, should I stick around? Decisions. So it's currently 58. I'm thinking here about what I want to do. I can stay here just for the sake of the stream and not trade for like 30 more minutes. That way we at least complete the first hour. Now the question is if I make that decision, but then there is a stock that comes that looks good, of course I'll be enticed. And if there's A quality opportunities, it wouldn't be a bad thing to trade it. So what I'll do, first and foremost, I'm going to come down a really small size. This guarantees that even if something looks good and I touch it and it's just terrible trades because maybe the setup doesn't work, there's no way I can go red unless the stock drops $1 a share. So I think that's what I'm going to do first. And now I'm just going to sit back and hang out. So for those of you on YouTube, we can do a bit of a Q&A for the YouTube section. Boxers are brief. Boxers, my good sir. Yeah, so for those of you on YouTube, this is a perfect time for a Q&A. By the way, I have the laptop, it's down here, and I can maybe grab this box. This is the laptop, right? I ended up just buying the MSI, it has everything I need. And not to mention that I've used a lesser version of this laptop, and it's done the job exceptionally well. So, I'll do an unboxing video. I think you guys can see that. for those of you on YouTube. Yeah, I'll do an unboxing video, but I forgot to order the mini Sapporo, which if you guys saw Marcelo's channel, he has a nice video on that going over. It's basically this, how do you describe it? It's like an extension device you can connect all your ports to, HDMI, display ports, USBs. Yeah, so and actually we can bring up that video just so if you guys are interested. Mighty Stocks. Mighty Stocks, the millionaire man. You know, I mean, it's just so crazy, man. You know, not to go too crazy off on a rant, but for those of you who don't know Marcelo, Marcelo was the first trader that appeared on this channel. You know, I believe it was like December of 2021. You know, we're talking and he's like, I think I've turned the corner. He's literally the only person I've ever met that thought they turned the corner and actually did. For me, I never had that aha moment. It was just always slow and steady. But Marcelo came on the channel and then, you know, he starts to trade with 10 because he's in the sim at this time, right? And then by the end of that month, he's in the real account with small size, you know, just like 5-10 shares and continuing to prove his concept. And what I like about that is that, you know, he had realized already the marathon mindset. You know, how many people would have said, you know what, I think I've done it already, I'm just going to go straight. And it's not to say that that's necessarily a bad thing all the time, but you know, sometimes there's nothing wrong with continuing to make sure that what you have going on is working. And you know, that's what he did. And you know, it gave him even more confidence. So when he actually sized up, you know, he was able to do it comfortably. So mighty stocks, ladies and gentlemen. And now the guy is on pace for $1 million a year, or at least close to it. So yeah, this is the video, by the way. And I can grab this link, we can pull it up. You know, I watched this video and Marcelo was like, these guys, they sent me this thing to review, right? A docking station. Okay, this is the appropriate name, a docking station. And the first thing he says is that, hey, this is such a terrible name. You know, the honesty and the transparency is just, it's hilarious. All right, let's hit that thumbs up. Yeah, so I'll post this link for those of you who might want to check out this video. As you guys know, we are the most transparent traders on YouTube, right? In the world. In the world. You know, something that I did yesterday that kind of motivated me. And shout out to Farmer as well, right? Shout out to Farmer, who's another cool guy in this YouTube space. I saw Farmer had a video yesterday of him going to Vegas or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, stocks to slots. And Farmer went to Vegas, right? So shout out to the trading farmers. I checked out this video here. And this guy, you know, he looks like he had an amazing time. So shout out to him, right? But it encouraged me to rewatch my own vlog when I went to Mexico. And you know, in the moment, like when you're doing these things, it's like it doesn't really seem, you know, I don't know, it's like it didn't really seem crazy. But when I watch it back, it's like holy smokes. It was really, really, really inspiring. Just, you know, hearing the words and understanding that it's actually happening. I mean, it is insane. It really is insane. You know, if you guys ask Marcelo, it's like the same thing, right? To kind of tie the story back around, you know, hey, I think I've turned a corner. And, you know, this whole concept and this construct of what day trading is, and to be able to be on the other side and be successful, it is really, really, really insane. You know, understanding what it means to work a normal job and then to be able to come here and you know, make money. This space is somewhat new. It's different. It's, you know, the internet is still relatively new, right? And things that, well, when it comes to technology, things that we're continuing to see, you know, these AIs, for example, I mean, it, it's impressive. It really is impressive. And so, you know, to see a few people who are, you know, and I guess everybody's a normal person, but you know, somebody who you can relate to that's doing it, it makes it that much more, you know, achievable. And it was that way for Marcelo and myself. You know, sometimes there are some people on YouTube who are bigger traders, you know, whether they're making 100K a day or millions of dollars a year. Whilst that is the end goal, it does feel a little far-fetched at times. Like, you know, can I really make 20 million in 1 year, right? From where we are now, when we think that far ahead, it does feel like this tall mountain. But you know, when you see somebody who is making a few $100 every day, and you start to realize, man, this thing could be done. You know, so Marcelo, shout out to Marcelo once again. Every day now we're pushing each other. If you guys watch the archives and pay very, very close attention, you'll realize how similar we trade. And you know, Marcelo and I, we've spoke about this behind the scenes, right? We spoke about this behind the scenes, but despite Marcelo being in the warrior trading community, you know, there's a reason why he trades so similar to I do. So, you know, shout out to the guys over there at WT, but you know, I'm taking the credit for Marcelo, man. It's only right, right? It's only right. So, as you guys know, Marcelo is a relentless trading. Uh, he's a relentless trader, right? That's the better way to say it. He's a relentless trader, just like everybody else that's here. And so, if I can do it, if Marcelo can do it, you know, it's not guaranteed, but there's hope. And, you know, I remember in high school, I was never the guy with the best grades. In fact, I had a 2.6 GPA, which is the equivalent of a C student. And, you know, could I have done better? Of course. And I always knew that I could. But, you know, at the time, my priorities were not straight. And, you know, that's just what it was, all right? But as I got to university, I told myself, okay, this is the real deal. This is where it starts. And there was never a point in time where I felt like I couldn't do it if I wanted to. You know, so that's where I tightened up and I went to a 3.6 GPA, which is the equivalent of an A minus, right? An A student, became an A student, you know, because I told myself, hey, this is it. And when it comes to trading, you know, ultimately, you know, that'll be the difference maker, our mindset. So you have to be very mighty. You have to be very relentless in your mindset. You know, the heart of a lion and the persistence. And you have to really sit down and ask yourself, are you insane? And I say that because, you know, insanity is when we continue to do the same thing and we expect a change. So when we continue to make the same mistakes and it's costing us over and over and over again, you know, how do we get past it? You have to dig deep. You have to dig deep. You have to be persistent, and you have to have the heart of a champion to say, you know what? I am in control. I am in control. I know what exactly triggers me. I know what exactly leads to me getting frustrated. I know exactly what leads to me blowing up. And so I'm going to put things in place to make sure I don't get there. And even if those safety measures are not working all the time,